So out of shape men would not believe how women act around in shape men. And the best way that I can explain this is I'm gonna give you two scenarios, and this is where, real world type of stuff. This is real life type of stuff. So this scenario isn't just make believe. It has happened, right? So scenario A, we got a house party. Okay, we got group A and group B. Group A of the guys is pretty out of shape, average, which nowadays really means below average. And they got beer bellies. They're the type of guys that are always drinking heavily on the weekend, eating Cheetos and eating hot wings, right? Nothing sexually attractive, right? No kind of sex appeal to them. And this is not being demeaning. This is not trying to be mean. It is what it is. It's the God honest truth. There's nothing appealing about a dude with a big old beer belly and looking unkempt. Just like a lot of guys think the same way about women. There's nothing appealing about a chick that is super out of shape, look like she doesn't even take care of herself, looks like she has a diet of Hennessy and hot wings. And I'm just being for real. This is how the typical person is, not just male, but everybody for that matter. So these group A is in a house party. Let's say there's a whole bunch of chicks, and you got these guys drinking their freaking life away, damn near. Okay, just drinking heavily, talking to the chicks, and the chicks are kind of, one guy hollers at one chick, and she's kind of like, yeah, I'm looking for the right guy right now. I'm just really waiting it out and blah, blah, blah. She's looking for the right guy, but yet she's at a freak off party, right? And not the Diddy type, but you get it. A house party that's, what it's about, right? Because what the hell's going to be happening in a house party that's being hosted at 12 in the morning with a whole bunch of liquor, a whole bunch of music, and it's dark, and you got mofos twerking, you got females twerking in the corner and shit. And this chick is talking about, I'm just trying to find someone special. I'm trying to find that special someone. And another guy hollers at another chick, and she's like, well, I'm just kind of taking it slow. I'm celibate. She hits him with the old celibate line, even though she got piped down the night before. Okay, she gives him no, I'm celibate line, and I'm just waiting for the right, same kind of theme. I'm just waiting, and the other chicks are just, another guy hollers at another chick, and she just flat out just ignores him, right? She just flat out ignores him, kind of looks at him, and kind of does the old turn around, and so basically it's not a success. Okay, and I'm being hyperbolic here. I'm just being hyperbolic because I'm not saying that out of shape guys don't get play. When I was out of shape, I got play, right? Let's not even fake the funk. I got play when I was out of shape. So I'm not going to sit here and act like you need to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger to get play, right? But in general, this is how group A's outcome is going to be. Now, let's take group B. Okay, group B is a whole bunch of guys and these are the type of guys that you would say are in a frat, real fit guys usually, or athletes, whatever the hell, or outside of college. Let's just take the whole college scenario away and more into the adult life. Hell, just a bunch of guys that are in shape, are fit, are visibly have a fit physique. They have sex appeal. When a woman looks at them, the first thing they think about is, is doing a nasty, and it is what it is. Or, not to get too graphic, let's put it in a less graphic way. They just think the man is very sexually appealing. He's very attractive. She sees him as someone that is a sexual option, not just the option of he could buy me dinner, or he could buy me this, or he could do this for me. No, she's looking at him like she's actually attracted to him, right? And these guys are in shape. They look good. When they wear the clothes, their clothes fit them just right. Their clothes are outlining their fit physique. So their clothes, they could be wearing some cheap Walmart, cheap Target ass shirt, and they're still gonna make those shirts look like they got them from Versace or something. Okay, they're still gonna make those shirts and clothes look like they got them from some high-end place, but that's not even really the fact. The fact is that very in shape, and they make anything look good. Okay, so here they are in the party, and they're talking to the same group of chicks. Now, if I failed to mention this in the beginning, yes, these chicks are attractive. Okay, before someone comes in the comments and says, oh, you're doing all of that for 3s and 4s. And it's funny because a lot of those guys couldn't even get a 3 or 4. The same dude saying that. And if a 3 or 4 did give them attention, they would jump right up on it. Okay, so anyway, you know, the same chicks, these guys are talking to them. I mean, these chicks are looking at these guys, and their whole, you would think it's another group of chicks, right? The vibe is just group A wouldn't even believe how these chicks are acting now. They wouldn't even believe the whole vibe shift of this whole group, right? They wouldn't believe the vibe change of all of these chicks. They would think the chicks they were talking to were freaking celibate clones of these thotties, right? Not to be demeaning, but you get what I'm saying. They'd be like, dang, this is craziness, because this is weird. These same chicks are all looking at each other. You know, you got Tina, Susie, Maria, Shaniqua all looking at each other like, oh yeah, it's about to go down tonight. It's going down, right? They're all looking at each other like it is going down tonight. They're all whispering amongst each other like, ooh, look at him. Ooh, look at him. Dang, girl, he could get it right there. You see him over there? I think I want to take him to one of these rooms or the back, you know, stuff like that. You know, so one guy, fit guy, he hollers at a chick, and really, in this case, it's gonna be more times than not, the chick is gonna push up on the guy first, right? She's gonna give those coveted choosing signals that these guys talk about. A lot of these red pillars talk about choosing signals, but they never say how to actually get them. They just go off the premise of, oh, she's giving you choosing signals. Okay, how though, right? So a lot of these chicks are gonna be pushing up against these guys. They're gonna be in their vicinity. They're gonna be looking at them, right? They're gonna be just hanging around looking at them. One of their friends might come up to you and be like, hey, my homegirl likes you. You know, if you're a guy that's sexually attractive, this has happened to you a couple of times, where a chick comes up and is like, my friend thinks you're so-and-so, right? And the whole vibe is just different. One chick is like, yeah, you know what? I'm just looking to get freaky tonight. I mean, what's up? Well, what are you doing after this? What are we going to do after this? Or, you know, if the guy insists first, like, hey, let's get out of here. The same chick that I was talking about, I'm Mary Magdalene, and I'm waiting for the perfect Prince Charming to come and sweep me off my feet and take me away on a horse and carriage under a moonlight and blah, blah, blah. She's going with one of these fit guys, one of these guys in group B. She's going in his car, in the back of it, right? The other chick that's talking about, I'm celibate or whatever the hell, you know, another fit dude is talking to him. She's all up on him. She's eyeing him down. She's feeling on him. She's telling him to get another drink, or if he even drinks, right? Or she's asking him about himself, and she's being flirtatious as hell, talking about, I bet you get a lot of chicks and this and that. And she's you know, exchanging Instagram or phone number, and she's trying to go home, right? She's trying to go home with him, or she's trying to go in the bathroom and get it popping, right? And this is going to be this is something that has been talked about a lot in these spaces, about how a lot of these chicks have a dual mating strategy, they call it. You know, I heard Ron Wills was the first person to talk about that, the dual mating strategy of how the same chick acts around one guy and how she acts around another dude, right? Because the same chick might tell a guy that's out of shape, all that good stuff, she's gonna tell him a whole laundry list of marriage, and I need to be stable, and the income needs to be this, and you know, you need to make 100,000, a K, and all that crap. So the first guy, the out of shape guy, or the non-sexually attractive guy, he's thinking in his head, oh yeah, this chick is so pious and all of that good stuff. Not saying that a chick can't be sexually attracted to you and not want these things, okay? Not saying that at all, because it's very possible. It's just not very common, okay? But to him, she sounded like she just wants this whole life planned out, like a blueprint of a structured nuclear family with a picket fence and all that crap. But a guy in group B, a sexually attractive fit guy, he's talking to the same chick, and she's telling him to take her to the back seat of the car and get it in real quick, or telling him to let's leave this place, or let's go to the bathroom real quick and handle it real quick. Come through and pound me real quick. And he barely been talking to her for an hour or two, or barely the first date, right? And this is the thing that a lot of guys started making a lot of red pill rage videos and stuff about, because it is understandable that kind of duplicitous nature is very agitating. It's very misleading. It's very deceptive. That's why a lot of guys get pissed. And this is the reason I'm making this type of video, is to let you guys know that, hey, look, man, when you get yourself in shape, your former self, your out of shape self, is going to be like, dang, these chicks used to behave like that. I mean, these chicks actually behave like this, and they're not so holy and pious, and I want to picket fence with 100,000 a month or a year, or whatever the hell the bull crap they say. Oh man, all that stuff. When she finds you sexually attractive and you're fit on top of that, which isn't the end all be all, but it's a huge factor, right? She's not the only thing she's trying to do is get piped down. I hate to sound shallow. I hate to sound so superficial, but that's how it is. Okay? So anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Peace.